was behind the big week for you?
Nothing much. Just kind of stuck to my game plan, stuck to my game. I think it was something like that. It was not time, but obviously you were kind of waiting for your moment, and I'm really glad I took advantage of it.
It's that front nine in the first round. Coach Mel said you guys were 14 under.
Yep.
The team was. How much did that propel the rest of the tournament?
It was everything. I think getting off to a big start for us was really important. We kind of talked about that in preparation, and then kind of executing it and executing our game plans, myself personally and as a team. We were all kind of feeding off each other's energy out there, and it was really fun more than anything.
Coach talks about hitting your standard this time of year a lot. Do you guys feel like you're doing that now?
I think so. I think last week kind of proved that. Coming off a tough week of Big Tens, but then now just kind of hitting our standard, getting our work in at the facility, getting our work in at golf courses in the area, and just hitting our standard, like you said. It's really important, not trying to do too much and just try to be yourself.
I'm sure you've been watching the national championships for a long time. To finally be here in this moment, what does that mean for you?
A lot. I'm obviously a dream of this now that it's on Golf Channel and it's kind of a big spectacle in the college golf world. I've wanted to be in this situation for the last 3-4 years, and I'm happy to do it with this team and these guys. I'm really excited for it.
Coach Mel said this time of year that his role is maybe to coach just a little bit less. Have you seen that where he's put you guys in position for 8 months and now it's your turn to?
Yeah, he's totally right. He's got a little more hands off this time of year. I think he trusts us and he has a lot of respect for us as players ourselves, as he's a player himself. He knows that you don't need much coaching. You kind of just got to go do your own thing and kind of play with what you got. I think he's very good about that and kind of being hands off and just letting us own our own games at this time of the year.
What kind of progress led to last week's result for you, just throughout the year of maturing and learning and all that?
Yeah, a lot of maturing, a lot of learning. I think Big Tens was kind of a wake-up call for me personally. I just really struggled out there. I think a lot of us did. But that was a very mature golf course, and you had to play very maturely. So just kind of a wake-up call. Took a week to kind of reset and kind of just think about things. And last week I did a lot of good things, just mentally and trying to play mature golf and try to play at that level the correct way.
What did you learn from that tournament?
There's a lot of weak side in my golf ball, hitting balls, firing at way too many pins, trying to be too aggressive. So just kind of taking a step back, realizing par isn't a bad score, especially in postseason golf. Par is never a bad score, and then in turn that kind of leads to more birdies, because your foot on the gas pedal, you're aggressive to small targets. I think that's the key.
Was there a particular phase of your game that you feel like you shored up at the end of the year?
Yeah, my short game's gotten a lot stronger. I'm really happy with that. Putted really well last week at Stanford, and that's always kind of the question mark in my game. So if I can come back with a strong short game, strong putting, everything kind of comes together.
Would you? Tyler and Pearson really step up last week.
It was big. It was very big. It was important. 5 guys make a team. So Tyler having a good week, he's struggled a little bit this spring. I think he'd be the first to admit that. But him having a big week, that's the reason we won, is guys like Tyler and Pearson having big rounds.
Would you have thought Stanford set up for you, maybe even a couple of months ago, with the way you compress the golf ball and maybe can overpower a golf course?
I don't know. Stanford, obviously, on paper, it doesn't look very long, but I think it played a lot longer than from the outside point of view kind of saw. But you're right, it's not many drivers. It's a very position-oriented golf course and putting your ball in the right spot. Maybe on paper it didn't set up for me very well, but I think Coach preaches it all the time, is you got to bring whatever you have to wherever you're going. So, we were looking forward to the challenge for sure.
School finished for the year.
Yeah.
I said that they were just to get out there and just play and practice as much as possible. Do you have to save a little something for the tournament and just to make a little rest is okay?
Yeah, I guess I play my best golf when I'm out of school, I guess. I think we're learning that. No, I think you're right. I think a little bit of rest. I think for me personally, just focusing now on golf. It's school's obviously the reason we're here. We're student athletes, but now getting the opportunity to focus on golf this time of year in the postseason when it matters most, I think that's good for me, and I think good for all of us.
I would imagine you expected you were going to win college events, but how do you approach the week after a win? And is it any different than when you won a junior event and you had to play a week or a couple weeks after that?
Yeah, it is a little different. Obviously there's expectations, outside expectations, but it's more of just trying not to listen or just kind of be myself, I think, more than anything. Not let my head get too big and realize that we all start at even par this next week. I think that's really important for me, and got to go be hungry once again this week.
You know, you had high expectations for yourself. I think Big Ten freshman year was on that. Winning tournaments, obviously part of that. What's it mean to check those things off? Like, what's that show yourself?
I think it shows that I've improved a lot this year. I'm really happy with the way my game has improved. I think I've improved as a person too, just being a freshman in college, just learning a lot about myself. But I think more than anything, it's about, I'm a goal-oriented person, so you check off those boxes, but then it's important for me and for me to talk with coaches and kind of find new boxes to check off in the future, and that's how you keep getting better and progressing.